Hello again, everyone. I'm Dr. George Simon, and welcome to another edition of the new Character Matters program. This is the program where we talk about what I consider to be the defining issue of our time, the character crisis that we have faced for several decades now, and that affects every aspect of our lives, most importantly, perhaps, our relationships. And I've been talking the last few weeks and writing on my blog at drgeorgesimon.com about the nature of genuine love, because I do believe in my heart. Matter of fact, experience has taught me quite firmly, it's not a matter of just belief, that love is the answer, but it's a poorly understood concept, especially in our day and age, where so many things masquerade as love, where so many things seem like love, when we have so many misguided notions, especially because of our culture, which is filled with attitudes of entitlement, relativism, egocentrism, hedonism. It's very hard to come to an understanding of what it takes to forge, to nurture, and to sustain a relationship capable of growing folks in their understanding of what really matters in life, giving a sense of purpose, some deeper meaning, some awareness, and bringing us to a deep appreciation of this great mystery that we call life and its purpose. So many folks who come into the therapy office seeking counsel of some type or another, maybe they're even visiting a pastoral counselor. So many people who seek counseling advice only know for sure that they are unhappy, that things don't feel right, that the circumstances of their relationships are difficult, painful, if not toxic, and they want to feel better. But there's a difference between just feeling better and actually being better. Finding the key to real psychological, emotional, character, and even spiritual health. And that's really the endeavor that I have embarked upon throughout my entire career, and why I've written all of my books, especially my most recent one, Essentials for the Journey, that expands upon the 10 commandments of character that I first outlined in my book, Character Disturbance, proven principles for developing the kind of personal integrity that could really make a difference in life. But the purpose of those commandments goes way beyond just learning what it takes to be a decent person and to have meaningful and fulfilling relationships. The purpose is much deeper. It's to grow in the awareness of what real love is all about, and coming to an appreciation for the fact that it's not trite to say that love and love alone can indeed save us. Save us from what? Save us from our egoic, already know it all kind of mentality that has divided so many of us, not just politically, which is at an all-time high, those divisions, but also divided us with respect to the basic ways we want to see life and its purpose and what will make us happy, what's good and what's bad. We are at each other's throats, and we are more divided than ever. And our relationships, our intimate relationships, most of the time don't last. And even though we may feel very intense emotions at the outset, and even though we may be powerfully drawn into a relationship, so many times these days, folks find their relationships wanting. And why? Because they just don't get it with respect to what real love is all about. Worse, maybe somebody in the relationship actually is beginning to get it, is beginning to understand what their heart really desires. And they just happen to be involved with a person who is so impaired in their character development that they don't have the capacity to love. So I really invite you to avail yourself of the past episodes, especially those episodes where I talk about all of those things that can masquerade as love. Love is not a sentiment. It's not the mere power of attraction. You can be attracted in a relationship for a myriad of reasons, not all of which, excuse my use of the term, not all of which are holy. And I mean that sincerely, Holy. And but by that, what I mean is pure, without taint, without the stain of some nefarious hidden agenda, whether the person's aware of that agenda or not. So you can be powerfully attracted for a lot of reasons, but not all of those reasons are good reasons to either gravitate toward or remain in a relationship. Genuine love can help anyone in any relationship, not just two individuals in a long-term relationship, but genuine love can help any two individuals grow in an understanding of the meaning and purpose of life, and to give it fulfillment, and to bring not just pleasure to the heart, not just superficial happiness, but a real sense of purpose. So I would urge you, if you have a mind to do it, to tune into some of the past episodes on this topic, to visit my blog at drgeorgesimon.com. It's drgeorgesimon.com. To avail yourself of my books and other writings, you'll find hundreds of articles free for the viewing on my blog. And if you are one of those individuals struggling in a difficult relationship, one in which your gut tells you very deeply that your heart is aching for a very good reason and something needs to be done. If you're in such a relationship and you've not been able to find the direction you want, even worse, perhaps you've sought help only to feel worse for the effort, suffered what I've written about and talked about many times before, that phenomenon of therapy-induced trauma. Feel free to contact me through the contact feature on the blog at drgeorgesimon.com. And perhaps there's a way that I can help point you in a different direction. Also, if you're one of those individuals who's come to that point in life, and this is happening to my heart's great content all over the world with so many folks, if you're one of the folks who is living proof that folks with impaired character problems can't change or won't change or just simply can't possibly grow, if you're one of those folks that has come to a certain point in life where you know deep down something about you needs to change, that you need to grow, that you have come to recognize certain character issues, but you're unsure how to go about the growth that's necessary, I welcome you to contact me also. We're all in this together, and we can indeed change the world. And love truly is the answer. But first, we have to have a fairly mature understanding of just what it is. It's the most powerful force in the universe. It is, in fact, why existence is. It is the ultimate deception that other things can do for us what only genuine love can. That's why it's in our best interest to know what it is and what it isn't, and to do our best to grow in our capacity to display it, starting with ourselves and then extending to others. Next week on the program, we'll start a new topic. And until then, thanks for tuning in. Please visit my blog and avail yourself of my other work, especially my books, especially the one that's dearest to my heart, Essentials for the Journey. I keep getting requests for the audio version. We are working on it, I promise, but it's taking longer, mainly because I had so many requests from folks for me to be the narrator. And we will see when the project is done what product is better. One narrated by a professional or one narrated by me. And then we'll be ready to launch. Until then, the paperback and the ebook are readily available. And I'll have more information about the audiobook at a later time. So once again, thanks for tuning in. I'm Dr. George Simon. Take care.